today. From Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Zach Wilson and the Indianapolis Colts taking on Mac Jones and the New England Patriots.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Jones looking to throw it on the first play. And incomplete to open things up.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Throwing Jones. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU and Zach Wilson.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right, man, what do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez.
And deep to return it is Marcus Jones.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Now Jones. He completes it to Boyd. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. The numbers on the receiving end for Boyd last time out. 8 catches, 93 yards, and a score.
And I don't know about you, partner, but if anybody ranks me in the top 10 in anything, I'm really happy. And that's exactly where he is now. Number 10 in the league in receiving yards.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Quiddy Pay, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
To about the 35, 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Colts, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And that will be incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
The Colts at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 29-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
Big Christian Barmore was there on the tackle.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Taylor.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. 3rd and 2, now Wilson.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Some concern out there right now as we got an injury stoppage. It's DK Metcalf who's getting some help following that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
We're scoreless after 1.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal.
Now Wilson. The quick slant caught. Touchdown.
Jelani Woods.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Colts post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll start on the ground with Harris. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Looking to throw. Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor
with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I'm coming.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Colts to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mike 15.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Wilson to throw. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big pickup of 38.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, 2 hands, 2 hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. On 1st down, Wilson. He's going to try and go deep again. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw pulled in by Woods. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Able to find his man, Woods. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not.
And, oh, what a catch at the 2. And the Colts are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
15. Defense wins championships, baby. 15's the mic. 15's the mic. I got 15. 65, general. Max. 65. Deuce.
To throw is Wilson. Looking end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And a Jelani Woods touchdown catch capped things off. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
His throw incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now Jones on 3rd and 2. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And here's Jake Bailey now.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Wilson.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Jones throwing to start the drive.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Jones now. They're bringing a blitz.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Quiddy Pay.
What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Jones. He completes it to Henry. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Wilson on first down.
And oh, a dangerous throw there. Nearly intercepted on the sideline, but it's incomplete.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So
no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 27, Wilson, and he fires one incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Going jet sweep, here's Campbell. They find some open field here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. First and 10, Taylor now. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 36. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 29, Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Wilson will throw again. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Throwing is Wilson. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Woods. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. The quick slant caught. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Try to punch it in with Taylor, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and it is 28-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. It wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw. Jones, incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
It's complete to Robinson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. And the Colts getting ready to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Campbell making the catch.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Going jet sweep. Here's Campbell. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side.
And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Patriots are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's get off the field, D.
Now Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
58 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A big play there. 50 yards.
And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. New England's offense set to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Jones now on 1st down.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is... unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Another go-around now for the Patriot offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones.
Quick completion to Henry.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
57. Mike 57. Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 57.
Back to throw. Jones. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Got four down. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Throwing again. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And that's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Patriots send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Indy set to go on offense once more. You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
A big play there for Indy. 49 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Colts on 3rd down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this.
And he takes it in for a Colts score.
Jonathan Taylor.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And now out come the Patriots. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Jones hit, and the ball's out. And the Colts pick it up. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
And the Patriots gearing up to go now.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Now, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Mike's 15. Watch the run. Watch
Wilson wants to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attack. At all times, this looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Patriots offense now. They work their way back onto the field.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw there complete to Mooney.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. This is complete to Hawkins. And he goes out right around the 39. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones over the middle, complete. It's Boyd. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Harris has it over the middle.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Indianapolis, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for New England, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.